Coming up on Motorhead Garage, this Jeep, 550 horsepower. The folks that built it didn't prove they can do just about anything. They can do anything for you. You're going to see how you can get the Jeep of your dreams coming up on Motorhead Garage.
Motorhead Garage, the program that each week introduces you to and shows you how to install the latest in exciting and innovative products for your vehicle. Now here's your host, Dave Dobson.
Welcome to Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com. Our friends at Truckers Warehouse have been around for about 30 years, and in that time they've mostly done van conversions and trucks, lift kits, that sort of thing. Well, in the last couple of years, they've added Jeeps to their repertoire, and they have taken off like gangbusters. I've got to tell you, they do amazing work. Now, Stuart, you guys still do a lot of lift kits and more simple conversions and upfits and that sort of thing, but you brought in this J10 and another Jeep Rubicon over there that show just what you guys can do at Truckers Warehouse and the extremes you can go to, and the extremes you go to make people happy, to make a really good build. Now, this is a 79, but that's not the whole story, is it?
No, not at all. So we actually used some 78s, some 79s, even some 80s in this deal. As you can imagine, with these older trucks, to find one in mint condition is impossible, and they don't make parts for them anymore. So, you know, it took a lot of donor trucks to put together what you see here today.
This sounds like a Johnny Cash song here. Yeah. Right. With the front bumper there, that's something you guys literally found in the bushes.
Yes.
And were able to finally get it straight and clean it up and put it on there. That's with the grill itself.
That was a process in itself, to say the least. That one actually came off of a 79, and the shop spent just countless hours of beating it and getting it ready to go to chrome. And anyway, it, as you can see, turned out beautiful.
Something else that really jumps out, and there's no way I could tell until you guys told me, the actual cab is two different vehicles as well. Where's the seam?
Yeah, well, you know, we could place a bet on that if you wanted to see if you could find it. But yeah, so like from here down is one truck, and then the roof is off another donor truck that we got. So a lot of work, a lot of detail put into it.
Perfect example of how much you guys pay attention to detail.
Yes, sir.
And that the tailgate as well. Every one of those letters cut out from different donor vehicles and actually welded there and made to look like the original tailgate, because you guys couldn't find one intact.
No, we could not. Yeah, our shop actually grafted the vintage Jeep letters into the tailgate. It's all new sheet metal, because you're not going to find one that's, you know, that you could reuse. So.
And again, attention to detail on the interior. The original interior on these had denim, and you guys wanted to stick with the denim look, so you had the original Levi's buttons put there with that look, but upgraded to leather. And that leather carries through the actual door panels to the center console, which you guys custom made, and on in through even the visors and everything, and the shift handle. So it's the little details.
The little
make
details.
This thing pretty amazing.
Absolutely.
And the original dash is in there, and then some upgraded on the electronics there on the dash too.
Yeah, so we wanted to keep it looking original. We went with the Dakota digital instrument cluster, as you can see in there. We chose the analog style so that it looked period correct, but however, what we do have here is digital. So.
I know at Truckers Warehouse you wanted everything to look period correct, but you look under the hood, there's nothing period correct about that. Tell me what makes this thing go.
So this truck is powered with the Bruiser engine. It's a 550 horsepower LX3 motor. We got the ZF8 speed transmission. The power is absolutely incredible in this thing. And Jeff at Bruiser, he installed this intake to give us that vintage look that we were really going for on this build throughout, from bumper to bumper.
And that is the same power plant that's under the hood of this Jeep. And now, why do you choose the Bruiser, Drew, for the conversions you do?
Well, that's an easy choice. All the bugs have been worked out of it, so it's literally a drop-in for a JK, JL, or JT.
Which is, of course, easy for the installers, but really what that amounts to is it's trouble-free once you get down the road.
Absolutely.
This thing went together right in the first place. Now, this is a more typical conversion of what you do at Truckers Warehouse, but it's only typical in that it's a newer Jeep. There's nothing typical about the build. How do you get all that horsepower down to the ground?
So we're running the Ultimate Dana 60s front and rear, and we chose the 488 gears because of the horsepower that is met up with the 42-inch Maxxis, and that holds all the horsepower down to it.
And you're making how much torque out of this thing?
550.
Yeah, so that's what you really need when you're off-roading. You get every bit of it to the ground with that. When I have an idea in mind, how do I get my dream vehicle from Truckers Warehouse?
Well, there's a couple of different ways. You can either email us, call us, or hit us up on social media with a quote request.
Now, what's the design process like? If I have a vision, how do we work on that together?
Usually I'll ask you what type of wheeling you want to do, or what kind kind of tire, wheel you want to have, what color, and then I can go from there and 2 to 3 different wheels, send them back to you, whether it's pictures or websites where they can look at it and they can go from there on what they like.
And what if I don't have any idea what I want?
That's easy too. You kind of give me a general idea of what you want on the end game, and I can work that for you.
This is someone's baby, so when you take it in, how do you communicate with them at each step of the way to make sure that they're getting everything that they want in a build from Truckers Warehouse?
So we're running Shop Monkey at the shop, and basically what that does is that allows us to keep in contact with you constantly through messaging. It could go to your phone or to your email, and we can upload videos or pictures or any of that and have that communication open.
If you want the conversion of your dreams, you want to upfit any vehicle, Truckers Warehouse is the place to go, truckerswarehouse.com. Motorhead Garage, presented by DragonfireTools.com, is just getting started, so hang out with us. We'll be back in a minute.